Ladies and gentlemen, Black women are saying they are worn out from discrimination in corporate America. Now they're leaving to launch their own businesses, creating a hole for talent across industries. Well, that's their problem. They could stop office racism if they really want to. The reason why it exists is because technically they really don't want you there. They don't want you there. That's why it has gone on for this long. So, Black women are being pushed out of corporate America by microaggressions and belittling and burnout. Some are starting their own business and building teams of their own. Their departure are likely to hurt the innovation and profits in corporate America. Well, that's their problem. That's their problem. We don't have to worry about nothing. Once you're gone, you don't have to worry about anything going on in corporate America. So, Sage Stewart bosses would take attendance at meetings using her white colleagues' names, but the higher ups often didn't bother with hers. Stewart, who worked as a director of diversity at a tech company, recalled one boss saying, David's here, Susan's here, and diversity is here. So they wouldn't say her name. That is so ignorant. So anyway, Stewart, who is black, says other leaders at the firm would reprimand her for missing meetings she was never invited to attend. She said these indirect and subtle acts of discrimination, often called microaggressions, weren't new, but they piled up after she spoke out against what she saw as racist behavior at the company. Yeah, they don't correct it. They'll just step it up. They'll ramp it up. That is very true. I mean, I heard about a lot of this kind of stuff even when I was still out there. She dread going into the office. Yeah, see, when you start dreading it, that's when it's time to do something about it. Even if you don't want to fully leave, but you should at least try to get some sort of side gig that you can do for yourself, some kind of side job or something or business. So Stewart said it became, it started taking toll on her physically, and she developed insomnia, anxiety, and it was reaching a breaking point. So in September, after 15 months at the company, she quit so she could be her own boss. It's euphoric. Stewart, 39, said, I left and I'm never going back. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I can tell you, I don't even miss corporate America. That's really sad when you have people out here that could do a potential good job for you if they're left alone and they're able to work. But you don't want that. You don't want that. You want to just keep bothering people, and and to me, the people that are out here perpetuating this, how are you doing a good job every day? That's what I want to know. How the hell are you doing a good job? So she started coaching an entrepreneurship company called Sage Stewart Life Coach Group. Her goal was to help others break out of their own. Um, so, good for her. Good for her. So she got into a profession that she could do on her own. And you know, she said in recent years, she's coming across other people facing similar obstacles on jobs. And, Black women have other reasons for giving up their day jobs, of course, having a great business idea, dealing with health concerns, needing to take care of family, notably. Pandemic related job losses affected Black women more than other groups. Recent high profile tech layoffs have continued to make the workplace difficult for many Black women, Stewart said. Many of her coaching clients, she said, have been laid off from their roles as directors or senior directors and have been surprised by the decision. to be told that all of a sudden they are not meeting expectations, yeah, those are just excuses. That's all those are. So they got to come up with some reason to get you out the door so that they can bring somebody that look like them into the position. Oldest trick in the book. So anyway, they're literally being blindsided and being made to be, in some cases, a scapegoat for other people not performing well. Stewart said the percentage of Black women in the labor force, which includes everything from corporate work to service jobs, dropped 60.5% in 2019 to 58.8% in 2020. The largest annual decrease for a group, according to the Department of Labor. The participation rate remained unchanged in 2021. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate for Black women fell to a seasonably adjusted 4.7% in January from 5.5% in December. Still, January numbers was above the jobless rate of 2.8 for white women and also higher than the overall US unemployment rate, which slipped to 3.4%, which is never going to be a true number because they don't count the people no longer collecting. So the lowest level since 19. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're admitting that losing Black women is especially worrisome for businesses because companies with greater racial diversity and the ones that are generally more innovative, more profitable, and more likely to outperform less diverse ones. Additionally, research suggests companies with more women in leadership are more open to change and more likely to invest in research and development. Okay, well, you know, if you're pushing these women out or you're being nasty to them on a regular basis, then you're not really open to change. You may say you are, but technically you're not. The consequences of these departures may go beyond the bottom line. After the murder of George Floyd in 2020, many heads of companies pledged to better diversify their workplaces to help overcome decades of bias in hiring for Black women facing disrespect on the jobs. Those pledges of a more equitable workplace seems hollow. Yeah, because it is. It's all lip service. And at the end of the day, that's all it is, a bunch of lip service. They really don't want it that way. So I was a top performer at every company I worked for, but never found a sponsor. I never found an advocate in the room, Stewart said. I knew my prior job would be my last in corporate America. An insider spoke with Stewart and two other Black women who've left the corporate world since 2020 and started their own business. They're among those making Black women the nation's fastest growing group of entrepreneurs. Their experiences point to the pitfalls of corporate America, but also offers a hopeful note for the future of entrepreneurship, which had been slipping for decades in the US until the pandemic pressed many workers to reinvent themselves. Well, I'm happy for these women. I'm glad they found something else to do and could get out of corporate America altogether. I mean, I have heard so many nightmare stories from not only Black women, but Black men working in corporate America. The bottom line is no matter how much diversity they talk, they really don't want us in the workplace with them. They really don't. And they need to just admit it so we can all move on. So, y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.